Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your February tarot forecast. This is going to be a classic read. We'll take a look at what's going on, what will be happening in your love life, in your work and career space, what is the guidance from the universe. We'll also get some messages from your person of interest to yourself. Let's dive right in. If you've checked any of the other readings, I talk about some updates and what's going on with me. The most important one being that I'm in Hawaii as we speak. You can probably start telling by this beautiful work of art and the Polynesian dancer, but yeah, I'm there. It's been a dream of mine, really, to realize it and to be able to travel to all the main islands, and I'm fulfilling it. So currently I'm in Honolulu, and in a couple of days I'll be moving to Kauai, so that will be my third island. Okay, let's get started with an oracle card, and this time I'm using the Whispers of the Ocean. Apologies. It's actually a really nice room, but yeah, certain specifics, and I literally got into it or moved into it, the way you want to put it, just like a couple of hours ago, so I'm still getting used to everything, but I know that I need to finish all of my readings, so that's what I'm doing. Safe and surrounded by love. Oh, I love this card so much. Look at the cute dolphins. Keep your heart open and know you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. Listen, allow, surrender. Right? It sounds pretty easy, but it's actually not that easy. So I would actually start with the part of the message that was about feeling safe. And there's a lot to unpack there as well, but that's like, you know, one of our core basic needs. And a lot of times we don't feel safe in our life. And I'm sure if you think about it a little bit, you will know what I'm talking about, and you can find those examples easily on a daily basis, right? That's life for us. A lot of things that happen externally are stressful, and in some form they're threatening our safety, security, or at least that's how our mind perceives it, right? That's how our mind is programmed to work to keep us safe. And that's why a lot of times we're being triggered or signaled about a possible danger, even when there's a good chance it's not going to happen, right? So going back to the feeling of safety, that's going to be huge, and that's what I'm hearing that is important to begin with, or to focus on, whichever way it works for you. Find out how can you get yourself back to safety relatively quickly without having to do a lot of movements or spending a lot of time, because this will be one of the foundations for you going forward for dealing with stress and just confusing situations, really. Okay, let's see what we have with tarot for Capricorn. In your love life, we have the Fool, Ten of Swords, interesting, and the Magician. Wow, that's a big deal. And once again, I don't see much about the relationship, mostly about just you, Capricorn. Then we have, for the workspace, we have King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups. And the advice from the universe, we have the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, a lot of major arcanas here, Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So some big new project is coming in. And I'm getting that for a few reasons. First of all, because we see ending of cycles and beginning new cycles in your personal space. I'm gonna call it that way because, like I said, I don't see much from the relationship, but I'm seeing that you see the necessity. I'm seeing that you see. Finally, you see the necessity to close the painful cycle from the past. And it could be the actual events between you and somebody else, or it could be your perception, or it could be your fears. You know, like I was talking about that kind of perceived threat from our brain, and a lot of times it's not a real threat, but there's no quick way to say it to your brain because it's been designed to signal about those things. So yeah, it's important. It can be just about that, for example, when you get into a certain situation, you start acting, you know, like XYZ, right? Or worrying too much. This could be something that needs to be closed, because in any and all of these scenarios, when you dig deeper, there is some painful experience that's standing there. Because the way our brain works, it learns by, you know, from specific experience, right? Very rarely it like from different sources. But yeah, if something traumatic happened to you, excuse me, the brain will perceive it as, like, that scenario, that pattern will be perceived as something potentially dangerous. Even if it was a one-off event. Even if the new situation doesn't look anything like that. But our brain will make us worried just in case. Fortunately, that's what it is. And now for the connection, for the workspace. I see an important kind of father figure here. It could be a water sign, somebody who has a lot of water in their chart. So Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You like their emotional intelligence, and you really want, and you see yourself as a page. The only thing I would say here is you're not really a page in it, right? So again, this is the perceived notion, and that's something that needs some inner work, some processing, right? But it's also very important to acknowledge the potential and greatness of yourself, your professional skills by yourself. And that's the key factor to how people will be recognizing it, and like your beauty, your power, your worthiness, and how they will be treating you, right? I was mentioning that in one of the other readings, there are no shortcuts. You can't just pretend something isn't important or doesn't matter or never happened, right? Because our brain knows, or energy knows, if you dig a little bit deeper. So it's important to tackle it at that level. And for advice, we have the High Priestess, the Hangman, and the Page of Wands. So yes, again, this is about surrendering to love. I'm sorry, but it's that's what it is. What was it? Allow yourself to see and understand what is going on. These cards are just about that, both of them. Allowing to see. It's like you already know the answer. You have the information. So this is just about allowing it to come through, right? This is about, look at this figure, this person. They're listening intensely, like consciously, right? It's important to be that proactive and conscious, to understand what's going on and be able to turn things around or learn from it or write it down for yourself as an idea for next time or something. Okay, let's get you some messages. Messages for Capricorn from your person. Another Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me. Okay. I was just thinking that I don't see a lot of Pentacle cards, which are the Earth energy, which are your sign. But yeah, there we go. Got 4 and a 9. And I've got the Lovers. 4 and 9? Yes. So yes, your person sees the two of you as the ultimate lover. So at least they see the potential, right? It seems like there is certain holding back, and the person thinks that's because you still, both of you are identifying what you need in love, in the love relationship, from your partner, from yourself, you know, like you're figuring it all out. And the person is saying, yes, they know that they need to do that work too. They can see you are trying to do that, and they need to do it. And it's important for them to actually take steps in that. So what they're saying is that maybe this period of when there's some distance between the two of you, it might last for a minute, but for a minute longer. But just know that there's a lot of love that they have for you, and they want to do it. They want to get to know themselves better in order for this to work out and for this to be a more deep, more meaningful relationship for the two of you, right? And that's the very important part to understand, that it's not for another person. You're not figuring things out so you can make the other person happy, right? You are doing it so that both of you are happy, and it's important to keep that priority. Okay, I think I'm gonna finish here. Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys. If this resonated, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If it did not, check the story for any of your other placements. By now I've uploaded all the videos, all the zodiac signs, and you can find out more on those placements in those horoscopes. I love you guys.